I cannot believe that this person would file a complaint against my license with the Alabama Board of Nursing. This is a statement that we hear very, very often. Having a complaint filed against you as a professional can be a very difficult process, and it can be professionally and personally devastating. And we understand that, and we know what you're going through. And the reason that we can say that is because we've represented lots and lots of nurses before the Alabama Board of Nursing. And we have many cases currently pending with nurses who have various allegations against them, whether it's related to patient care, whether it's related to alleged drug diversion or discrepancies with the Pyxis or with the MAR, whatever it might be. There are many, many, many complaints that are filed every year against nurses. So let's talk about how we are going to work to try to bring you back to some peacefulness and some better perspective about the situation that you are in. Nursing is a very difficult profession. It can be very rewarding, but it's also very difficult for many reasons. One reason is the subject matter of the nursing profession. Nurses deal with people who are very sick in most circumstances. Nurses deal with physicians who many times are overworked and have many patients, and it creates a difficult environment because of the type of patients that they are dealing with and the various players that are involved in the patient care process, whether in a doctor's office setting or in a hospital setting. In addition, nursing is a very, very tiring profession. Many times nurses are on their feet for many, many hours. They have a very heavy caseload, a large number of patients that they are taking care of, and all it takes is one or two very, very sick patients, and it makes for long days and long nights when caring for your patients as a nurse. The board, under almost every circumstance, is certainly not out to get you in particular. The board has a duty and an obligation and a right to investigate complaints against your license. Nursing is also a very difficult profession because the nature of the profession, the hierarchy within a hospital, you have nursing supervisors, you have the charge nurse, and then you have the floor nurses who are dealing with the one-on-one patient care. You have a very unique situation in that you have a charge nurse and nursing supervisor, and there are a lot of different players that observe your work and that come back behind you immediately when your shift ends and picks up with the care of usually that same patient. So nursing is a unique profession in that every time your shift ends and you make report to the next nurse, that nurse has access to all of the records and the tasks that you performed in your job duties and professional duties during that prior shift. So essentially, you have eyes on your work at all times, from the next floor nurse, from the next nurse who's going to be caring for that patient, and then from the charge nurse on the next shift, and also from the nursing supervisor and the administrative staff. In addition, patients who are on the floor have access by pushing a button to any other nurse on the floor if you're not available, or depending on who is responding to the calls, if you're on break or at lunch. And this creates a unique situation for nursing because there are a lot of folks who have access to what you do. And that can be a good thing, and it can also be a bad thing, because if you have a negative relationship with anybody that is involved with the patients on the floor or with your supervisor or the charge nurse, you have to be very careful with that, because anything that you do could be misconstrued or could be misinterpreted and could cause a complaint to be filed against you, whether valid or not. And it's important for you to recognize that, so that you can do everything within your power to document everything, to take the best possible care of your patients, and to work to deal with and get along with every other nurse that you deal with. And I understand that that is a difficult task, but it is one that you need to learn how to undertake, because otherwise you run the risk of having complaints filed against you, even though you are a perfectly good nurse and what you are alleged to have done may or may not be a violation or have happened in the way that the complaint is filed. So the thing that you need to take from this video is you need to make sure that you retain counsel early in the process, so that the perspective that you have is one that is accurate based on the process that you're going through. You do not need to simply give up on the front end, become so discouraged that you decide to leave the profession and throw your hands in the air and be done with it. That is not the best strategy and is not a good way to defend your nursing board matter. Every complaint filed against you has to be investigated. There has to be a process that is followed, and the allegations against you have to be proven, and the evidence has to be presented in order for you to be found guilty of the charges alleged against you. My name is Joseph Kreps, and I'm an Alabama Nursing Board defense attorney. We represent nurses who have been charged or are being investigated by the Alabama Board of Nursing. We have helped many, many nurses throughout the process of investigation, pre-investigation, the hearing process, and the discovery and the complaint process. Do not give up. No case is hopeless. Do not lose hope, and do not just throw your hands in the air and give up the license that you have worked so hard to obtain. It's just not worth it, and that is probably not the best strategy for you in your matter before the Alabama Board of Nursing. We are available to talk to you. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call us. You can reach us at 866-348-2889. Please call us, at least to discuss your case, and let us know what we can do to help you and provide you with the necessary information that you need in order to make the decision to hire us. You can also reach us on the web at alabama-nurses.com. nursingboarddefenseattorney.com. We look forward to speaking with you soon and helping you through the complaint process with the Alabama Board of Nursing. Thank you very much.